with so much story, arguably convoluted, arguably a mess, with such a vast amount of information in each game, there is also a ton of mystery behind every little detail of the world of Kingdom Hearts. Something that I wanted to bring up that I don't think I've seen that much of on YouTube when it comes to people who make content relating to Kingdom Hearts. But I believe, or at least it's something I've thought of. I don't know if I hold to it, but it's just an interesting idea that has come to mind multiple times. But I think that Roxas is Ventus's Nobody and not Sora's. Let me explain. Back when Sora was a wee little baby boy, out in the beach with his pal Riku, he contacted Ventus's heart. After Ventus's heart was broken, after fighting Vanitas in that big climactic battle within himself, you know, as Kingdom Hearts does with its characters, they have to somehow fight something in their heart, and we physically go there and we see that happen. Anyway, so once that happens to Ventus after defeating Vanitas and the Keyblade or Kaiblade, whatever, is destroyed, then his heart's broken, right? It leaves, it's in mourning, it's in pain, and Sora senses this. That's Sora's ability to connect with other people. And so he senses someone is hurting. That someone was Ventus. When this happens, then we see that Ventus approaches Sora and says, you know, yeah, can I stay with your heart for a while? While Ventus is recovering his heart, that's what puts him to the sleep. You know, he's in the chamber of sleeping or chamber of awakening. I don't remember. So once that happens, Ventus's heart is now inside Sora, right? So when Sora becomes a Heartless later on, you know, we know the drill.
The vessel left behind, it grows a wheel of its own, and it becomes a nobody.
We know that. To everyone who's become a Heartless and has a strong will, their body left behind becomes a nobody, right? Happened to Lee, became Axel. Happened to Breg, became Zigbar. Anyway, Sora becomes a Heartless, leaving the vessel behind, becomes Roxas. However, unlike the other nobodies with strong wills, talking about strictly these organization members who retained their appearances from their previous lives, they look like how they did back then, but with slight differences somehow. Except for Roxas, who is Sora's nobody. Or is he? I mean, yes, just like the other members of the organization, they have their original name flipped around and moved and jumbled, and then X, because it's a cool letter. It's an X because it's a cool shape. I don't know. I'm not Nomura. I'm not the old Tetsuya. So I don't know what he was. Roxas doesn't look like Sora. Why does he not look like Sora? But he know who he does look like? He looks like Ventus, right? Because it's established that when somebody has a strong will and their vessel is left behind, that becomes a nobody. What if that was intentional? What if that was to say Sora did not have a strong will? Because his power, his will, doesn't come from himself, but he said it comes from his friends. So what if that was intentional? What if Nomura was saying Sora didn't have a strong will, so he didn't become a nobody? Instead, the strong will within him was Ventus, and that's what became Roxas. So even though Sora became a Heartless, he didn't have a strong enough will to have had a nobody. Instead, it was Ven's heart. And this would also explain why immediately, once Kairi hugged Sora, his physical body appeared there as Sora. If it were Sora's body left behind that became Roxas, why would Roxas still be out and about during the course of 358 days over 2? But as cryptic as Nomura can be, I wanted to bring up the theory or the idea of why Roxas looks like Ven, but more specifically addressing the idea that Roxas is in fact Ven's nobody and not Sora's. This was all my opinion. These were my thoughts. So if you have thoughts of your own theories and whatnot, let me know in the comments. I want to check them out. I want to know what you think. Hey, if you liked this video, you can subscribe to my channel. You know, and you can watch more of my stuff. It's really easy to do. Simple and clean. I'm not sorry for that. I thought really hard about it, but I said it anyway.